If you're in the rechargeable battery scene and you've seen the Olight Ostation X, which was a AA battery charger, they also made this in an Ostation X, which was a AAA battery charger, but they are AA or AAA only. Now Olight has come out with the Ostation Pro, which is AAA up front and AA in the back. So you physically sort the batteries yourself, but it will store them up top and automatically push them through for charging. And they've done a lot of updates. Look at this full screen that you have up front. We have two small AAA batteries in here now that are at 99% and 97%. When they are full, they will come out and go in the bottom. We will then be able to access them by pulling this out. It'll be here showing us it's charged. AA will be in the bottom. Now we have a lithium AA in here. You can see it says 1.5 volt there, and we have a nickel metal hydride that is in here also in the AA. So you can charge either one. It will automatically go through and figure out what you have in there and give you this info. There's a lot of things you can do in here as far as settings. You can connect it up to your Wi-Fi so you can see what's happening on your phone. You can pause it. You can turn the screen off. And then if you want to power it off, you push this power button, you can slide it over. And then if you just touch the screen again, it will allow you to turn everything back on. But obviously the charge status is what's super cool here. And it's just one of those things that gives you options in a smaller package, because the Ostation X is pretty sweet. You can see it is charging at this point in time with the blue light, but it doesn't give you much more info than that. This is letting us know a whole bunch. Now, if we did get a battery that it didn't know what was going on, we can push in on this middle section, pull this out. This would stow either AAA or AA batteries that it couldn't figure out. Now, according to the manual, you should put them back through and give them a run just to see what's going to happen in case there was some mistake or they weren't aligned perfectly. But either way, this little guy is pretty cool. This may not show up as well on camera as it does in person, but you can look through and see the AAAs lined up here. Most of them are in the same direction with the small button side facing us. That's that white circle with the silver dot. The back of one of the batteries is sitting right here. They are all lined up and ready to go into the charging port. In the back, the AAs are lined up. Harder to see because it's the back of the battery, not the button side. But they're all lined up, ready to rock and roll to go down. And then we would see them lined up in the bottom here, ready to come out once they get completely charged. This is all automatic, and once the battery's charged, you'll kind of hear everything go through and push them through with the motor, and then hear them drop down and be ready. This is really set up for someone who's going to continually charge them, pull them out when they need them, drop them back in on the top when they are used and ready to be recharged. So it becomes a storage and charging station, and it won't allow too many batteries to be charged. It will store them up top, allow you to take them out and drop them in as needed. So it's completely automated. The Ostation 2 Pro also has this little guy who folds down here, which has two MCC ports, magnetic charging ports for flashlights. So you can put any of your Olight flashlights on these and charge it. So up to two at a time, and they will charge simultaneously. I think that is also very cool and stored out of the way, so you really don't see it. All you gotta do is pop this down, drop your light on, and you can charge two flashlights. Another very cool feature. A few things about the Ostation Pro. This is gonna come out in a kick-style-like format. So you're going to be able to go in, support it, get discounts in the beginning, and then as it ramps up, it's going to probably become more expensive till it hits the market, and then we're going to wait for the Olight sales. Size-wise, I think this Ostation Pro hits it where it should be. It's not going to store as many batteries, but I don't know that you need to. You're just going to keep using them and flowing them through. Where I found with the Ostation X, I just turn it off after a while because I've got so many batteries charged in the bottom that I'm not using up. However, the nickel metal hydride batteries seem to go through their charge faster than the normal store-bought batteries that I've used. I don't mind that because I just keep an eye on them and I keep them charged. And usually if I find that they're getting even slightly low, I'll just pull them out, let them charge and go through it. Same thing will happen with the Ostation Pro. It doesn't matter. It's just a little bit smaller. To me, a little bit more thought out, and I like having the digital screen on front that tells me what's happening. I think that's huge because I don't have to go to an app. While the app is awesome, I don't really want to always pull my phone out, look at an app and say, hey, what's happening with this? Connect to it, deal with it. I just want to look at it, say, hey, yeah, it's working, and move on. So pricing on this is also going to be interesting. As we all know, the Ostation X came out, and then we have a AAA and a AA version. Now we have a version that does both, which is much smaller and better built. You can hear this at this point in time. It's obviously finished charging. It's going to drop those AAAs that are probably fully charged up through, pop some new ones in. That's the nice part of this. It is completely automatic, completely happens, and it's reliable. I think that is pretty sweet. So if we want to pull out this AAA, we can just do that. Here it is, done, ready to be charged. Close it up. The next one comes through. It will be in there. Now, when multiples are done, that will pull out and probably have up to 3 or 4 in it. You can pull whatever you need out, and it'll keep loading and storing beyond that. Very sweet. I like the fact that we have lithiums coming out in this, so they're going to last a little bit longer. I'm not a huge fan of the nickel metal hydride, but they do work. That was what sounded like the second. We'll just check this empty battery tray. Nothing there. Of course, batteries are moving, and that's the one thing that sounds different in this. As your batteries move through, you will hear them. So here's 2 batteries that charged up in, I'd say, less than 20 minutes, which is nice. So if we were to use them or whatever, we can pop them back in the top. Ready to rock and roll again. Sweet little system. I like it. If you use a ton of batteries, it works. If you don't, and you just go and hit Amazon and buy a bunch of Amazon's choice batteries, they're inexpensive. You can hit Menards. You can sometimes find them at Home Depot. It all depends. Watch the sales. But if you use a lot, you know how much some of these batteries can cost, and it makes this situation worth it. If not, it might not be worth it to you. Always interested in your comments. Leave them below. This is an interesting unit. What do you think? Let me know. Give us a like on this video. Subscribe to the channel. Thank you for your time. Have a great day.